going on YouTube? It is Justin with the Podcast Dojo, bringing you yet another abandoned location. So this one, actually, I had a lot of requests for, so I want to thank you all for requesting this. If there's ever an abandoned place you would like me to document, please let me know in the comment section. I will be more than happy to look into it. In the meantime, let's check out the Land of Oz in North Carolina. First off, let me say this park is not totally abandoned, but it was abandoned for decades, so we're going to be talking about it. Land of Oz opened up in 1970 by Grover Robbins after the success of his Wild West theme park, Tweetsie Railroad. The park was made to keep the local ski resort as a year-round attraction. Guests would walk through the yellow brick road, where they would experience Dorothy's house and the tornado, meet the Scarecrow, the Tin Man, the Cowardly Lion, and even the Wicked Witch of the West. Just like the book and the film, the Emerald City lied at the end of the yellow brick road. In the Emerald City, guests would meet the Wizard, ride an artificial balloon ride, and a modified ski lift that would give guests a bird's eye view of the park. There was even a museum with props and costumes from the 1939 film, which were donated by Debbie Reynolds, who worked for MGM at the time. A cool little bit of trivia for everyone. So at the beginning of the park's life, the characters' costumes were more based on the novel rather than the film, but in later years were made to look like the film from 1939. Yes, I said the 1939 film. There were actually a few films before it. There was The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, which was a 15-minute film from 1910, The Patchwork Girl of Oz, which was a 1914 silent film, and a commercial failure. His Majesty the Scarecrow, which was another 1914 film. The Wizard of Oz is a 1925 silent film, which it does the closest adaptation to the novel. And finally, we have the 1939 film with Judy Garland, which is the film that stood the test of time and inspired this theme park. Alright, enough about the films. I just wanted to share that information because I had no idea there were so many film adaptations before it, and I thought it was a cool bit of trivia. On December 28, 1975, the Emerald City was burned down. It is believed that a disgruntled employee started the fire, but that has yet to be proven. Even some of the costume props burned down in the fire. Land of Oz closed its doors in 1980 due to low attendance numbers. I'm sure the fire, along with the death of Grover Robbins months before the park even opened, had something to do with the low numbers. If you remember my Holy Land USA video, the death of its owner affected the park's status. So I'm sure the same applied to Land of Oz as well. After the fire, the park attracted vandals and thieves who destroyed most of the park and even stole some of the movie props. And I'm sure this level of crime affected people not wanting to come to the park. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, the park is not totally abandoned. I hear it does open at very select times of the year, June, July, and the autumn months. I think it's wonderful that there have been so many attempts to revive the park and they have been successful. Everything from local schools to the new owners themselves. So what do I think of the future of the park? I think it'll do fine as long as it continues to open up seasonally like it does. I think after all the fire and vandalism, I don't think it'll ever be as strong as it once was. But I think it's great that it's not totally abandoned. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to rate, comment, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. One more fun movie trivia fact before you head out. Did you know that Dorothy's ruby slippers were actually silver in the original novel? They were changed to ruby for the 1939 film to show off the new Technicolor that was popular at the time.